Hello everyone. Last lesson we saw the contents of the page 38. Yes, good, the new contents, right? So let's revise them a little bit. Let's do a little revision, okay? So do you guys remember the concept of to ban and to forbid? Yes, good. So to ban and to forbid is to turn something illegal. Yes? Do you remember that? Good. Now, some other concepts like Nazi and a regime and a party, yes? They all are related to each other. So the Nazi is a party. What is a party? A political party is a segment of politics. Yes? Good. So a group of people, they are called Nazis, for example. They are a political party. Yes? So in Brazil we have lots of different parties like PT, PSDB, PSL. Yes? These are all political parties. Okay? So we have a regime. What is a regime? A regime is a way of government, a way of ruling a country, for example. Okay? It's a way of government. Okay? This is a regime. So we have far left regimes, far right regimes. Okay? What is far left and far right? Okay? So they are extremes, opposites, yes? So the far left, when we think of far left, we can think of Lula, we can think of Stalin, yes? We can think of Russia. And far right, we can think of Bolsonaro, for example, okay? Yes? So far right and far left. Good? So we have controversial. Do you guys remember what controversial means? Yes, it's similar to Portuguese. So something controversial is likely to cause discussion. Yes, it's likely to cause fights. Okay, so religion, sports, yes, football teams are controversial. Okay, they can have, people can fight over this. Okay, so it's very controversial. Okay, controversial topics. Okay. So what else? To obey. Do you guys remember what to obey means? Yes? To obey is to follow orders. Okay? So you have to obey the country's laws in order not to get arrested, for example. You can't, for example, sell drugs. This is breaking the law. You have to obey the law. You have to follow the rules of not selling drugs in order not to get arrested. Okay, good, very nice. So these are all the concepts we saw last class, okay? I advise you guys to take a look at this content, okay? Because in the lives we are going to make, we are going to take a look at these concepts, at the new contents from the last lessons. I'm going to ask you questions, you are going to answer me, okay? Just like we did in other classrooms when we were like face to face, okay? In the classroom, okay? So the next content we are going to see today, we are going to page 39, and this content is not very controversial, okay? We are going to talk about food and ways of making food, of cooking food, okay? So this new content, let's start. To grill, a trout, tuna. To fry, a frying pan, minced beef, a pancake, a dishwasher, a grill, a saucepan, to boil, cabbage, raw, salmon, versatile. Okay, guys, so There are some words you might understand, yes. This is not a very hard subject. This is not a very hard new content, yes. So this new content, we have ways of cooking food. And the first one is to grill, okay? What is to grill? We use a grill in barbecues, for example, okay? When we need to cook meats, yes, we use a grill. So a grill is a place when there's metal bars, okay, like this. And then you put this metal bar and on top of some fire, above the fire, yes. And the fire that is underneath, there's going to cook the meat on top the grill, okay? So to grill is to cook the food like this, for example. Okay, so you can cook, you can grill vegetables, you can grill meat, you can grill chicken, you can grill all sorts of food, okay? You can grill fish, yes? To grill is the act of putting some food in a grill, that is the metal bars, put them on a fire, and the fire, it will cook the meat or the vegetables or the fish, okay? So this is to grill. A grill that is in this new content as well is the thing where you put your food, okay? So the grill is like the metal bars, okay? They are held together, and then you put these bars, that is called the grill, okay? And you put them on top of a fire. The fire is going to heat, and it's going to cook the things that are on top, okay? So to grill is to cook something on a grill, okay? So the next one, a trout and a tuna. A trout and a tuna are both kinds of fishes, okay? The first one, a trout, Campos do Jordão especially has a lot of trouts, okay? We are famous for our trouts, okay? There are places here in Campos where you can go and you can fish, you can catch your own trout, okay? And then they cook for you, okay? So a trout is some sort of fish, and this is what a trout looks like, okay? So this is a trout. Yes? So the next one, a tuna, it's probably, it sounds like similar in Portuguese, right? A little bit. A tuna, we are not used to look at the fish itself, like, you probably don't know how the fish itself looks like. We are used to have tuna in cans, okay, like this. So this is canned tuna. Okay, so a tuna is a kind of fish that we usually eat in cans. In Japanese cuisine, they use a lot of tuna, much more than salmon, as a matter of fact. They use tuna a lot in sushis, for example. And the raw meat of the tuna is very red, okay? So it's like salmon, but more red. It's redder, okay, than the salmon. Okay? So then we have to fry and a frying pan. Okay? To fry is another way of cook something. Okay? When you fry something, you use oil. You can use butter, you can use oil, you can use olive oil, and then you put something to fry on the oil, okay? On a frying pan. The frying pan is a special pan you use to fry things, okay? So you can fry a lot of things, for example, but the most common example I can think about is eggs. You can have fried eggs, okay? And then you can crack the egg and put them on the frying pan with the oil or the butter, and then you fry it, okay? It's very good. So to fry in a frying pan, to fry is the act of cooking something in a frying pan, okay? And then we have minced beef, okay? So when you go to the supermarket and you are going to the butcher and you ask for some minced beef, yes? So the butcher is going to take the meat and they're going to put it on a machine that grinds the meat, okay? So the minced beef comes out of this machine looking like this, okay? So this is minced beef, yes? Here in Brazil, we have a lot of this. We use a lot of minced beef for a lot of things. For example, we can put minced beef on our spaghetti sauce, okay? Along with the tomatoes, yes, and then we eat it with spaghetti. Okay, so this is minced beef. We can do a lot of things. We can make pancakes with minced beef, okay? So the next one, a pancake, yes? Some weeks ago, we had the Pancake Day and London Connection, yes? When we did a lot of pancakes and everyone ate one. So a pancake is a batter, it's a mixture that you make and then you put on a frying pan in order to cook it, okay? So this is a pancake. You can have sweet pancakes, you can have salty, savory pancakes, yes? So here in Brazil, it's not very common to have sweet pancakes, yes? In the United States, they eat a lot more of sweet pancakes, yes? Here in Brazil, we eat them salty, savory, okay? Usually with minced beef. So the next one, a dishwasher. A dishwasher is a machine and it looks like a washing machine where you put your clothes on. But instead of putting your clothes, you put your dishes. Okay, so that's what is called a dishwasher because it washes your dishes. Okay, so when you're done eating, you have your fork, you have your knife, you have your plate, and they're dirty. You put them on the dishwasher, and the dishwasher, it washes your dishes for you. Okay? So this is what a dishwasher does. It looks like a washing machine, but you don't put clothes on it. Okay? You put your dishes, right? So a grill, we already seen grill, yes? A saucepan is another kind of pan. We talked about frying pans that we use to fry things. A saucepan is a little more deeper, okay? A frying pan is like shallow, yes? And a saucepan is like deeper, okay? So we used to use a saucepan to do anything, okay? We can do a lot of things with a saucepan. We can cook a lot of things in it. So this is what a saucepan looks like. Okay? We can do basically anything with a saucepan, okay? You can make sauces, you can make pasta, you can make minced beef, okay? You can put anything on a saucepan, yes? So to boil is the next word. So to boil is to heat something up. To heat, yes, when you heat something up, you put it in a fire, you heat, and then it reaches the highest temperature, okay? When something hits the highest temperature, it means that it boiled, okay? We usually boil liquids, okay? The liquids that boil, okay? So boiled water, for example. I'm going to make some instant noodles, okay? Miojo, for example. So I have to boil some water, okay? So I'm going to take my saucepan, yes, put some water on the saucepan, and I'm going to heat it up, okay? I'm going to put it on a fire, and then the temperature of the water will rise, okay? It will reach the highest temperature, and then it will boil. When it boils, there's a lot of bubbles on it, okay? So you can boil any liquid. You can boil tomato sauce, you can boil water, you can boil anything that is liquid, okay? The next one, a cabbage, okay? So a cabbage is a kind of vegetable, okay? I don't really know how to explain a cabbage without showing it. So this is what a cabbage looks like, okay? We can do a lot of things with cabbages. They don't have a very strong taste. Yes, but they're very tasty, okay? They're not very strong, but they go well with anything, okay? So this is a cabbage, it's a kind of food. So something raw, when something is raw, it means that it's not cooked, okay? That's the definition of raw. When something is raw, it means that it's not cooked, okay? So raw meat, you can't eat raw meat, right? Because if you eat it, you're going to get sick, okay? But some people, in the Japanese cuisine, the sushis are made with raw fish. The raw fish is the fish that is not cooked, okay? So raw tuna, raw salmon, they are all put in the sushi, okay? We can also have raw vegetables, okay? You can eat raw vegetables without any problem because vegetables don't make you sick if you don't cook them, okay? So raw, it means that it's something that is not cooked, okay? So this is raw. The next one, a salmon, is another kind of fish, okay? Here in Brazil, we eat a lot of salmon in sushi, okay? So it's a very pink fish, yes? When it's raw, it's very pink, it's beautiful, yes? And it's very tasty as well. So we use the raw salmon in sushis. We can grill a salmon, yes, and it's very tasty, yes. Salmon is usually a very expensive fish, okay? It's not cheap. So something very fancy, yes. In fancy restaurants, in expensive restaurants, you can find salmon, for example, okay? And you can also find in sushis, okay? Temakis, yes. So this is salmon, it's another kind of fish. Okay, so we have three fishes here in this new content, a trout, a tuna, and a salmon, okay? So the last word of the new content is versatile. What is versatile? This is very similar to Portuguese, right? Something versatile is something that can change very easily, okay? Something that you can change very easily, so it's versatile, okay? An example in this new content is minced beef. Minced beef is very versatile because you can change it a lot. You can make pancakes with minced meat, you can make you can make spaghetti sauce with minced meat. Yes, so it's very versatile because you can make a lot of different things with it. Yes? So something versatile is something that can change very easily, okay? And it can adapt to things very easily, okay? So you can also say, oh, this person is very versatile. Then they can change very quickly or very easily, okay? She's very versatile. She's always changing her hair, for example. So she can change herself very quickly, very easily. So she is versatile. Okay? So then we have a new idiom, a cold fish. A cold fish is an unfeeling person who shows no emotion. Yes, that makes sense because fishes, they are cold. Yes, they live in cold water. Their skin is very cold. So when we compare a fish that is cold to a person that doesn't feel emotion, it makes sense, right? Because a person that doesn't feel emotions, or they don't show their feelings, they are very cold. Yes, so it makes sense for you to call someone a cold fish. Oh, this person is a cold fish. He never laughs, he never cries, he never shows any emotions. Okay, so he's a cold fish. Okay, guys, so we're going to start with a let's repeat. I am going to say the phrases and then you are going to repeat. And let's practice the same thing. I'm going to ask the questions, give it some time, and then you will answer them for me, okay? So let's start. Let's repeat. We can grill salmon, tuna, or trout in a frying pan if you don't have a grill. Minced beef is a very versatile type of food. Raw salmon and tuna are very common, but trout is normally cooked. A chef often boils cabbage, but can also prepare it raw. My favorite machine in my house is my dishwasher. I think my father is a cold fish because he never cries. Next page, page 40, let's practice. What type of meat is commonly used in English kitchens? Can we make pancakes in a frying pan? Are dishwashers common machines in your country? Are jeans a versatile type of clothing? What did the chef put on tonight's menu? What type of cuisine includes raw salmon and tuna? When we make pasta, do we need to boil the water first? What is a famous festival in February or March in the UK and in the USA? Do you like to eat raw fish? What do we use a dishwasher for? Have you ever eaten trout? Has Mr. Webb ever used a grill? What is an example of a dish that uses minced beef? Is it healthier to grill or to fry meat? Have you ever eaten cabbage? What would you make for dinner if you were given minced beef and some vegetables? Do salmon and tuna fish live in the same types of waters? What type of breakfast is common in the UK? What are the ingredients? Have you ever celebrated Pancake Day? What would a nutritionist do if a person ate fried food every day? Alright guys, so that's it for today. Alright, in the next lesson we are going to look at some new grammar points. Alright, so please listen to this video class. Yes, revise the last contents, okay? So we can have a very nice live, okay? So that's all for today. See you guys in the next lesson.